Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pet Healing Show. My name is Katherine. I am your host and resident pet communication specialist, and I am so grateful to have each of you join me today, whether you're watching the recording or tuning in live. We are going to have a great show. I'm very excited, actually, for what's going to get shared today because I've had my personal experience with what I'm going to share with you today, and it's so profound and so deep and really changed my life. And I've also seen the transformation and the healing that it has brought to our beloved animal friends and pets. So I'm going to give everybody a moment to shout out to their sister, their auntie, their friend to come and join this broadcast and watch this live to receive all the love and all the information we're going to share with you today. So my name is Katherine O'Shea. I am an Tao practitioner, a Tao healing practitioner, certified with Tao hands, and I'm also a animal communication specialist, and a Tao source communicator. So all this means, wrapped into one package, it really means that I can create positive shifts for you. I can facilitate the creation of positive shifts for you. It's not me doing the work. I'm the channel, and I'm happy to be that channel to bring in, using the tools that I have as a Tao hands practitioner as well as an animal communication specialist, together in a beautiful package to help support you and your animals. So many people come to me to connect to their beloved pets. It's really fun and really heart-opening to hear messages from our animals. What they like, what they don't like, how they feel about being with us, what could help them and make them more comfortable, especially if they're going through something emotionally or physically. And it's really beautiful, the details that they offer in the communication. I communicate on the level of soul, which is the level of heart and soul, really, which is that level that we can't necessarily see with our eye. Some of you might be able to, but we can feel it in our heart. And our animals definitely give us access to this level, heart to heart, soul to soul. Have you ever looked at your pet and been like, I feel like I know what they're thinking? Or maybe you look at them and you're like, I have no idea what my pet is thinking. So this is where I can come in and help you. So I was thinking today, there's so many different kinds of sessions and different, really practical uses that animal communication, along with the Tao healing, can help you with. And today we're going to talk about that. Sometimes it can be just like a really beautiful, heart-opening connection that you get to explore with your animal companion and learn about why you're here together in this lifetime, what you're here to do. And if you're open to past lifetimes, you might get to know what you did in a past lifetime together, what maybe you learned together, and what you've come together to learn from past life experiences, and how you're connected on the level of soul, which is so beautiful, so profound, and very healing. The other aspect is to actually, hi Lear, get to know what's happening for your animal companion. So what a lot of people, I think, may not realize is how Tao healing and animal communication paired together can really actually help and facilitate the healing of your pet, whether they have a physical or emotional imbalances or even a serious health condition. We don't always know what's going on with our pets. Our human medicine is at a different advancement than animal medicine, and I offer all of my love to all of the animal doctors out there, all the veterinarians. I realize more and more as I do this work what a difficult job they actually have. learning about many, many species, and helping and showing up to do their best to learn, to go to medical school, to serve our beloved pets. So big hearts and thank yous to our veterinarians. And I also know that sometimes they, just like, human medicine, they might not know what to do. So this is where, hi, Kate. We have our friends from all over the world joining us. Welcome, Shanti. Please let us know who's with us today and your pets and where you're from, what your animal's name is. And let us know if you've had any experiences with Tao healing or animal communication. And feel free to share about that. And as we continue to gather more people together. So what I've learned is, when we don't have the answers and we don't know, communication with the animals and also with their guides, angels, and protectors can be so helpful. And of course, I am not a doctor, so I'm not diagnosing anything, but I'm listening to my channels and I'm listening to what is being shared with me. And I have learned how helpful this can actually be. And I wanted to talk about this today. I was guided to talk about this today because I'm not sure that everybody realizes that this is an aspect of the animal communication and the Tao healing, is to actually bring the powerful source frequency and vibration to create a shift in their vibrational field, to release negative information, messages that could actually be the root cause of some physical and emotional challenges that they're having. I got a call yesterday, or could have been the day before. I get many calls, but I got a call from a woman who really was kind of baffled and didn't really know what to do for her beloved doggie. And this dog was healthy and happy, having a great life, and all of a sudden started throwing up. And then actually smelled like they had rolled in something and were acting kind of lethargic, and just kind of, she described this dog as acting stunned. And so she wanted to take her dog to the vet. And but before, she was just kind of thinking, I wish I knew another way to see what was happening. Well, a friend of mine was connected to her and said, hey, my friend Katherine is an animal communicator and a Tao practitioner. Maybe she can help you. So she reached out to me and we connected. And I'm sharing this. Hi, Shanti. I'm sharing this because I'm realizing more and more how important this is, how they go together, how learning about the root cause on the soul level, the soul sickness, if you will, that's behind what's physically showing up and manifesting, especially for our pets, because we know that they're master communicators in frequency and in vibration. And if you didn't know that, think about it. This is how they would survive in the wild, using their senses, right? Their hearing, their smell, along with frequency and vibration. And what I've learned from communicating with them is actually they're not really separate. They're really good at using them together. But this is how animals can detect if someone's going to have a seizure or if something's going to happen. They actually feel the shift in the vibration or field. Because everything carries frequency and vibration. And we know through science that love and wellness and happiness and joy have a very, very high frequency and vibrations. And other things like fear and sickness carry lower frequency and vibrations. And so they can communicate in frequency and vibration so well that they can detect these things. So much as, have you ever felt sad and your animal comes up to to soothe you and give you extra love, and you're like, wow, how did they know that I needed that? That's how. And you create this connection and this bond that is celebrated through frequency and vibration and is felt on that level. And I just I love this. I can definitely tell when something's going on with myself because of how my beloved doggie is interacting with me. So, and Lyra is saying yes. So this woman called me, and as we got to talking, I heard right away through my channels that this was happening because of a trauma. And so I asked her a few questions and just let her share with me. And she did share that there was they were in like a near car accident. And it was that day. And they were together. And ever since, the dog was acting very stunned. And actually, that ended up getting sick later on and acting really lethargic. Connecting through my spiritual channels, and this woman was very open to the past life uh, idea of past lifetimes. And so we connected and, really, really found out that actually what was happening is that her dog was in an autonomic nervous system freeze. And the dog was stunned. And this actually caused the vomiting. There was a frequency and vibration, like they were literally sick to their stomach just because of what had happened. And what was happening is they were releasing that energy, that nervousness that was actually connected to everybody who was involved in that near accident, in that interaction. Because I don't know if anyone's almost been in an accident before, but there is a lot that can come up for you, a lot of emotion that can be released when you realize what could be happening, and then what didn't happen and what did happen. And this was what the animal was connecting to. But deeper than that, it was an opportunity to heal something for this beloved pet. So we did a lot of communication, and there were suggestions about what this doggy didn't want to eat and did want to eat, and what was causing the sickness in the food. There were so many issues. Once they get a platform to talk, they really want to share how you can help them. And so many things came forward to be shared about for this beloved one. And part of it had to do with the connection to the human companion as well. I was guided to offer a few days of blessings for this beloved one, and one was going to be right there. So we did it. We did the Tao blessing, which we might get to experience today. And it was amazing, the shift that happened. And I say that in humility because really I am just the facilitator of everything. It is the source, love, and frequency and vibration that, comes through and actually does the work. And so I was so grateful. And I got a video sent to me today. The shift was so dramatic. And she said she could even tell right in that moment that the animal had experienced a shift in their vibrational field and was acting much more normal and ate and was more curious and was no longer in the lethargic freeze. So the information that came forward there's so much that comes forward in these sessions. And it was really, really helpful for her. And I heard from her this morning, again, just saying like, wow, what a powerful shift. So I wanted to share that, that is just like kind of a mild example of what can happen with the Tao healing and the animal communication to really facilitate the positive shifts in the physical health of your beloved one, and what might actually be the root cause. The soul sickness, the information and the message that could be manifesting and creating a physical or emotional challenge. So I wanted to talk about this today, and I feel really passionate about it in my heart. And I want to just take a moment to say hi to everybody. So hi, Lear, and oh, great. We have lots of Australians here joining us. Charlie, Bolo, and Harvey Hanuman. Okay. And Larry and Mr. Mojo. Hello, hello, hello. We have Kate and Wally. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I actually, over the weekend, got a kind of an urgent call from a woman in Australia, and her beloved bunny rabbit had something that was going on in his eye. And so we connected, and instantly I heard, again, I'm not diagnosing, but I'm just listening to my spiritual channels. And I heard cherry eye, which I actually did not know was a possible condition that bunnies could have. I really didn't. I've heard about it with certain animals and their eyelids, their tear ducts get clogged. I think Boston Terriers get that very commonly. Maybe sometimes Chihuahuas that have the different eyes, but I've never heard about it for a bunny. So I looked it up and asked her to look it up and check it out. And she's like, wow, that's exactly what it looks like. And I could see it in my third eye as being looking like that. So we were able to do a reading and offer some blessings. And I got a beautiful message yesterday with a picture saying everything had completely cleared up. And this bunny rabbit had received lots of beautiful, beautiful blessings. So it's so powerful. And I really, 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 really love this and wanted to share it with everybody. So those are just a couple examples of yes. Oh, Wally's just enjoying breakfast. Watermelon in the spring sunshine. Beautiful. These are a couple of examples of how, something that physically pops up for your animal can actually have a root cause, a negative message, information, a soul reason for what's physically manifesting. And they respond so well to this healing. It's really, really beautiful. So let's do a practice for any animals out there who have physical conditions. If you're watching and your animal has a physical condition, we can focus on that. Or emotional also. The anxiety that a lot of animals experience, they really pick up on what's going on for us too. So it's not uncommon for example, a human to have the condition of cancer and then also their dog, because they really are energetically and on the soul level serving us in such a powerful way. They're literally taking on whatever they can from us to help us as part of their service. They're such beautiful, beautiful, unconditionally loving beings. And we talked about that in one of our previous episodes. We're going to bring Paul Fletcher on here in a little bit to share more about his wisdom and what he knows. He is a beautiful teacher and powerful healer and leader, and we're going to connect with him so he can share with us in this and share a little bit about what he offers as well. Yes, Cat, you can do it for transitioned souls as well. That's fine. Yeah, sending lots of love to your sister Lillian. Yes, yeah, who recently lost her beloved one. Yeah. So we're going to connect to them on the soul level, that level that we talked about, the level of heart and soul, that level when you meet someone and you're like, oh my gosh, I love you. I feel like I've known you forever. That's soul recognition. You're recognizing their frequency and vibration on a soul level. Or when you think about someone and they call you, there's so many ways that this can be experienced. Can a dog hold trauma from being attacked, making them a magnet for more dogs to attack? Yes, a dog can carry that message of trauma and that message of an information from that experience, and it can be activated and experienced. Yes, other animals can experience that message because they have that message. So when it comes up, the other animals are going to try to bring balance to whatever that message comes forward. So yes, so that's something that we could work on, Shanti, is actually what the down healing and everything does. And we'll do that right now with your beloved one. If you have a dog in mind that you're specifically talking about, let us know their name. If you don't mind, if you want to participate. So what we want to actually do is uplift the vibrational field of this beloved one in that memory and release the negative information, transform it, bring in more positive source love, light, and actually create that shift in their vibrational field so that they're not carrying that message. And, this is where the readings and different things come in handy to really know, okay, what is necessary, because it's going to be different for everyone. What do we need to know? For the rabbit, it was 4 days. Actually, I think it was 7 days of blessings. For the doggy I connected with yesterday, it was 3 days of blessings. For some, it's just one. So, and some need higher level treasures and blessings, which thank goodness we have access to practitioners who offer even higher level stuff. So yeah, there's so many ways. There is a pathway. And this is what I want to share. There is a path. There is a way to bring Tao healing to your beloved pets and help them in a very powerful way, not only for their physical and emotional health, but also for their soul journey. They are also on their journey. They're also living their life and on their path, and they want to make the most of it. And if we can help them to really be in health and happiness in this lifetime and any other lifetime, if that resonates with you, and transform the trauma, we have the tools to do this. And so if we can do it, I know we love our animals so much. We want to help them in any way we can. So let's right now take a moment. He just had an emergency surgery on his throat after the attack. Oh, bless his heart. Yeah. Okay, Shanti, so we're going to do Charlie Bolo. Okay, we're going to do this practice. And I'm going to use Charlie as an example, and all of you can say your pets' names as well. So I like to put one hand over my heart and one hand on my lower abdomen, just to help center me. You're welcome to do the same. We're going to say hello. So we are going to actually address the soul of our pets, and on the heart and soul level, ask them to join us and follow along in the practice. And we're going to offer our intention, our love, and visualization to our beloved animal companions. So we're going to say hello. This is the soul power that I learned from a really beautiful healer, humanitarian, Dr. and Master Shah. And I love this technique. It's very, very powerful. So take a moment to connect to your heart, into all the love, whatever the source love is for you. And we're going to say hello. You can repeat after me. So dear, the soul, heart, mind, and body of, name your pet. So Charlie Bolo. I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please come and follow along for this practice, word for word, so that you can receive the benefits and the healing. Thank you. So we can just invite them. And I feel many of them have come. So this is good. So Charlie would say, for example, all the pets can repeat after me. Dear my, so Charlie, you can say, dear my throat, and the soul of, dear my trauma, any messages of trauma I have in my heart. Dear my backache, dear the anxiety, dear my left paw, whatever it is, I love you. You have the power to heal and transform. So humans, you can name something you need help with. So dear the soul of my backache, I love you. You have the power to heal and transform, to love and light, health and happiness. Do a great job. Thank you. So I want you to visualize the light coming to that area for your pet. So I'm going to visualize for Charlie, and I'm going to sing greatest love, and I'm going to visualize this greatest love coming to Charlie's throat and also his heart center for the trauma. Greatest love greatest love, 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 greatest love heals. Name your pet. Charlie Bolo. Greatest love heals. Charlie Bolo. Greatest love heals. Charlie Bolo. Greatest love heals. Charlie Bolo. Greatest love heals and rejuvenates. Thank you. 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 To continue to visualize the love and light. Say how, which means perfect. Get well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is an example. We did it, but you can make this practice longer and longer if you want to. I also like to do this and then just listen to the soul song of love, peace, and harmony, which carries a beautiful healing frequency and vibration that is my go-to with the pets, as they respond to it so well. So sending you lots of love, Shanti. I know that can be a very difficult thing to deal with. So know that we're sending you lots of love, and let us know if you would like to be a demo today to receive a blessing for beloved Charlie Bolo to help him to heal and rejuvenate. And let us know. So he just had surgery. Okay. Yeah. So as Shanti is thinking about that, my heart just feels really called to serve this beloved one. So we're going to, she said, yes, please. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to do that. I actually want to call a beautiful friend of mine, a master teacher of the Tao Academy, a master healer, Paul Fletcher, to come on and join us today because I would love for him to be a part of this blessing. He has beautiful spiritual channels and very high level abilities and authorities that he has been given to offer a powerful Tao healing. And I would love for him to come on at this time and explain and just say hi to us and talk to us a little bit about what he's been observing. Hi, Paul. Welcome.
Hi, Catherine. Thank you for the invitation. Happy to be here.
Oh, so happy for you to be here. I would love to serve beloved Charlie. And I did get a message that I could offer a blessing to him. And I know that you have such beautiful spiritual channels. I was wondering if you would be willing to observe what happens during the blessing. And then also check in about what else we could offer. What other types of Tao healing you offer that could be helpful in this situation? Because we know, right, that everything happens in layers.
Mm.
So
yeah, I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about that first? Should we do I think we should do the blessing first, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we'll do the blessing. I would love for you to observe. You can do it if you want to do a play-by-play while the blessing is being offered. Would you like to do that?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I love doing that. You know I love doing that. So I'm going to offer the blessing to beloved Charlie Bolo, and everybody can just observe. You can close your eyes. So the transmission I've received that has an authority to offer whatever it will offer to Charlie, the higher source frequency and vibration for let me just check. I'm actually getting for the condition of the healing and rejuvenation of the physical throat from the surgery. That's what I'm getting. So that's what I will offer a blessing for. And Paul can view it. So everybody, to prepare, you just relax and enjoy. And close your eyes, and we'll all send Charlie Bolo our love and light. And I'm going to sing a little beautiful song. Oh, no, I won't sing a song because Paul's going to go to live.
Okay, I'll just wait till you're done singing then.
Yeah, I'm going to sing silently, so maybe you might hear me. Okay, so blessing for Charlie Bolo. Advanced Tao Hands blessing for Charlie Bolo for healing and rejuvenation of the throat, the tissues, the cells, the incision, and whatever damage was created as appropriate. Blessing starts.
How? So as soon as Katherine said blessing starts, her hand, which is the carrier of this treasure, this transmission she has, instantly lit up. And the thing that's curious is she's using her advanced transmission. So it has actually a different hue to it. It's a little bit more purple in its radiance, whereas the regular level is a golden. This is like a golden with a purple radiance. And what I see is the soul of Bolo actually came directly in front of Katherine. So she's working directly on Bolo, and the light is going straight into Bolo's throat and throat area. And some of it shot up also into Bolo's brain, and some of it is shooting down into Bolo's heart chakra area. What's occurring now is there's like a restructuring of the cellular matter. There's like a rejuvenation that's occurring. The information and messages that is coming in it's like watching a if you were watching a movie, when you see something that like a skin grows back quickly and they super speed it up from 2 weeks down to 1 day. It's something like that that's occurring. I'm not saying it would happen that fast, but it's absolutely speeding up the healing process significantly. In essence, there's a message that's coming through that carries with it perfection. What perfect cells look like, what the perfect skin looks like, what the perfect throat larynx looks like. The light that's running up into the head is actually working on releasing some of the mind-based traumatic aspects, and that's in essence also what's happening as the light is going into the message center. There's a trauma with this, and a triggering of ancient fears and ancient memories, very ancient memories. And so those are actually quite a bit heavier. The light is affecting them, but I can't see it's having a huge impact yet. And then at the level of throat, where Katherine is continuing to work, the area of the throat, the coloration is entirely changing now. It used to be a bit more raw and red almost, and now it's becoming much more pink flesh toned and golden. So it's definitely getting some significant improvement in the speeding up process of the healing.
Oh, oh, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, thank you for that beautiful live reading from your third eye. Powerful.
Thank you for allowing me to see it.
That my heart is really touched by what Source was giving to this beloved one. And as you were saying, the light was going up into the mind. I actually heard that the mind memories are being released, uh, which could be different than the soul memory, but it's it's that in your mind, that trigger in the mind. I definitely saw that being released. Um, and Charlie actually has a message for all of us. So we'll receive this message and then um, we'll keep on moving on. Beautiful, Charlie. So I'm going to connect to Charlie and offer a message to beloved Shanti and to all of us. How, dearest ones, this is the soul you call Charlie Bolo. Thank you for this blessing. I am so grateful. My soul is brought to tears, for I have experienced something traumatic, but know it is an opportunity to receive great healing. Thank you for connecting with me today and offering this sacred blessing. My heart feels more opened than it has in many lifetimes. There is a lightness, a joy that I am able to feel deep within my heart. I still need some help and support with my mind, as well as my heart, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, to recover and heal from this trauma. I am willing to do my part. Please guide me. How? Whew. I could feel that. Thank you, Charlie Bolo, for your message. So, how can we help him? Shanti, you can guide him in his soul in doing forgiveness practice. I'm going to create a YouTube video on my YouTube for this because I think it's so important. But I think it was the last episode we talked about doing forgiveness with your pet. So to share with you right now, what you can simply do is just ask him to follow along in the practice like we just did. Dear Charlie Bolo, please follow along to receive the benefits of this practice. And then you just do a forgiveness practice. Dear all the souls, my ancestors and I have hurt or harmed in any way, in any lifetime, including in any trauma, attacks, related to Charlie's recent trauma. We deeply apologize. Please forgive us. And then you offer forgiveness as well. And you do this from the heart. And you can feel free to connect with me. I would love to do a session with you, or at least connect you to the forgiveness practice, because he says he's willing to do his part. This is the part that he can do. And how can he do that? Well, he needs your help. You guide him on the soul level. Yeah, thank you. So let us know. Very powerful. Bolo means love. Oh, Bolo means love. Okay, great. Beautiful, Shanti. Let us know what your experience was. Anybody who had an experience can share with us. So I want to actually, so this is what this can do. This, I want to hear from Shanti later on. Let's keep in touch. I want to know how he's doing, how I can support you. I would highly recommend playing Love, Peace, Harmony for him to support his healing. It creates a healing field that can raise his vibration, that could really support his healing at this time. I actually recommend everybody to listen to it. You can go to lovepeaceharmony.org and download it for free. It's a free song for humanity, and it is my go-to with the pets, and also for each of you. Because if the pet needs healing, so probably does the human. So I want to thank Shanti for opening her heart for her beloved Charlie to receive that. And I want to call Paul back on a little bit to talk about, I have demonstrated, what I offer. I often work together with Paul because he has some higher level authorities and stuff that he can offer in terms of blessing and actually transforming the higher level negative information and messages. And Paul, I would love if you would come on and kind of share with us what you do at the center, and also how the different things you can offer can support. When you did the reading live, you said that what you saw was that there were actually more things to transform. And so I wonder if maybe you could speak to that a little bit.
Thank you, Catherine. Yeah. What I was shown when you were offering that blessing was that there was some significant blockages in the heart center. And, a lot of it, I don't think that, loved Charlie will need a lot more than what you can offer 3 or 4 sessions. He'll probably be fine in most cases. But, if Shanti really wants to affect his soul journey for the long haul, then I would recommend, blessings, specific like a light ball for the heart chakra, because there's some significant message center blockages, the heart chakra blockages, and they're related to so many animal lifetimes. And even before that, I was shown a dinosaur lifetime where I was like, wow, okay, this does go back a long way. And you're muted, Catherine.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I saw like a very prehistoric elephant looking animal.
So I was like, I couldn't have shown that. I'm like, wow, this is pretty old stuff. So that's why, when the light was trying to address the heart center, it's like, yeah, it's not going to have much impact with a minute or two. And this is ancient stuff. So, but in terms of the majority of the healing and the initial trauma, a few sessions with you should definitely complete it. But if Shanti wants to really have a positive long-term impact, that's what I'd recommend, is a light bulb for the heart chakra.
So I get excited about these light bulbs. I get excited about everything I offer too. My beloved doggy has some light bulbs, and so do I. So I've had my firsthand experience on how powerful they can affect me, and also I've seen it firsthand with many, many animals. So I'm wondering if you can share a little bit about what's a down light bulb. And obviously I know, but share a little bit about that and how that could benefit. She says he has Cushing's disease too. which is ravishingly hungry all the time, which is past life related. Yeah, so reading would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Catherine could probably come up with some
sounds like you're
good
on.
guidance on that one.
And I don't know if you saw this, Paul, but she says he ran up the stairs into the room when Paul arrived. My eyes were raining as I was feeling the shift. I'm also releasing traumas. Yes.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Message center for you would be good too, Shanti. Um, what the Tao light balls are is Tao is a word that means source, and light balls are exactly what they sound like. It's condensed source light. And as a certified center leader, I have received specific authorities where I can transmit these light balls. And in essence, they come from the source and they come instantly to the area that they're designed to go to. So they can be, for the most part, tailor made. We can do them just for a cancer condition or just for a knees, or in this case, for the heart chakra. And when they come, they carry so much source frequency and vibration, positive messages, that instantly it clears a tremendous amount. And then they are permanent. So they are what's called soul transmissions. So they come and they add to the light of the soul. So, one of the deeper wisdoms that our teacher, Master Sha, brings is that we all, including our beloved pets, are on the pathway of becoming fully enlightened. And ultimately, that means becoming a being of light. And so when we receive these light balls, they are permanently added to our soul. And it causes our overall light being to expand. And so the permanent nature of it is very valuable. And given that we are a soul before we are the vessel, the physical vessel, the soul is what carries on. And so every time there's an incarnation, that light remains. So if there's a trauma that's occurred for our beloved Charlie Bolo for, who knows how long, when these are received, the propensity of those traumas to be diminished and at least partially or fully removed with practice, like you practice with Catherine and the classes that she runs. And then that further clears those blockages. And that has such an astounding positive effect for the human, the animal, whoever receives it forever, because those aren't going anywhere. Those traumas, they stay there. If you're a human and you have traumas, how hard is it to get rid of them, right? Because they stay on our vibrational field. So these light balls help to nullify and purify them out of the body quickly, and then the transformative results are always so powerful. So hopefully that wasn't too big of an explanation.
No, it's perfect. I really love how you shared that. And as you were sharing, I was thinking, yeah, especially when you get them for a specific condition, because we talked about earlier how there's a soul level reason, right? There's message and information that was created that on the root cause of that, right, is manifesting into physically. And now to be able to receive a treasure that's for that message, specifically to transform the negative vibration and information connected to that condition or that organ or that system. It's just so amazing. So everybody, this is what we have access to through soul healing, through the Tao healing, through the communication, through the blessings that both Paul and I can offer on different levels. And, it's really amazing how much transformation. I mean, we're just touching the tip of the iceberg here. We're running out of time, but, we've talked about the light balls. We've talked about the communication and the Tao hands blessings. We have calligraphies, the healing art, the Tao calligraphies that brings healing and transformation to the pets. We have the field of the calligraphies that the center in Portland that Paul co-leads together with beloved Dr. Ru Lin and Portia and a whole team that works together to bring this healing to humanity, including our pets. So it's really, really powerful. I really want everyone to know that this is available for your pets. We can help them. There are other options. Paul, I don't know if I've ever told you about this, but there was a kitty cat that was only 3 years old and was all of a sudden vomiting nonstop and had to be taken to the vet and given a feeding tube and anti-nausea medicine. And even with that, was continuing to throw up. So by the time I talked to the foster parent, so this was just someone who was fostering a cat until they got adopted. She connected with me. It was 11 days that she had been in this condition. She had been in three vet specialists, no improvement. They even did an explorative, I guess is the right way to use surgery to make sure there wasn't a blockage, because when you're just constantly vomiting, in animals, she could have eaten something and they pulled out all the stops to try to figure it out. And they honestly just didn't know. And so because she was a foster, they said, well, if she doesn't improve, we're going to have to euthanize her because there's nothing else we can do for her. And how heartbreaking that is for the vets and for everybody.
Sure.
3-year-old cat. She's not like 20 years old.
Right. Very young.
Running around, jumping. Yeah. And so she did a session with me. We did a reading. I got that we needed to use the tracing of the Tao calligraphies along with the Tao hands that I could offer at that time, and the forgiveness practice.
Mm-hmm.
And the foster woman also got calligraphy out of the book, little books that, the Greatest Love book, and was tracing it. I did one 30-minute session of healing. The next day, she ate without throwing up for the first time in 11 days.
Wow.
We did. Wow. Yeah. We did one more. This is the source. This is Tao healing. We did one more 30-minute session the next day, because that was what the guidance was through the soul communication. And the next day she got her feeding tube removed and she got to go home.
Thank you, Source. That's amazing.
And guess what?
Right.
Like, I think a month ago, I got a message from the foster mom. She got adopted. She was going to have a different outcome without Tao healing.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, I heard only 2 more days.
Yeah, there's nothing else they could do for her. What could they do? They did everything they could. And, through the soul communication, I did tell her, look, this is it. If you want to continue, we got to do this. And on the soul level, be right here with me, because I'm ready to support you in any way I can. But this is a serious thing. You're potentially going to lose your life if we don't do this. Right. So
Tao healing's astounding. I love listening to your recordings that we have when you speak about the different animals you've helped. I think they're awesome. But it's the Tao healing.
Allergies, heart conditions, cherry eye, most recently, just vomiting for no reason. I've used it on my own pet. I've called you also to offer treasures and light balls and different high-level healings to help my beloved animal. And I honor the vets, but if I would have tried to take him to the vet when he's having a stroke, this is
the nature of...
I have the lifeline, and we're here to be your lifeline, people.
This is the nature of why Tao healing is so important, because if I break a leg, take me to the doctor and give me some pain medication, please. Right? There is an absolute need for the medical community, whether it's a vet or a human doctor. And yet, just like with anything, they had the limitations. This is where Master Sha, he was a medical doctor, he was a TCM doctor, he had plenty knowledge. And yet he knew that there was a good 15-20% they couldn't touch. They couldn't figure it out. That's because of the nature of the source or the core of the problem, negative information that's on that animal's vibrational field. So what we do addresses those things. And the best part is, the readings are very important, but we don't really have to know what it really is, because the source has enough intelligence to do the necessary right blessings. I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm not sure if we got to put up really quickly here. This is how you can connect to Paul. We don't have our behind the scenes person like we usually do.
I could probably be doing it, but I'm a little slack today.
No, that's okay. You're multitasking. This is how you can connect to me. You can also email me. It should be in the description of today's show. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you so much. Shanti, please connect to me just to even give us the update. We even just on this show, Paul, I mean, this is only our 9th show, but we've had so many things happen.
True.
The beloved animals, so many amazing things. So, continue to share with us, and we will continue to share and do more and more. And you can join us again on Friday. Will you join us again on Friday, Paul?
Yes, I think I have that time.
Okay, well, we'll see, and we'll connect more about that. I want to thank you so much for really agreeing to be a regular guest on here and sharing, all that you can bring to humanity through the Tao healing. And definitely so grateful for all the tools that we have and to be the facilitators of this powerful healing. And I just want to just shout from the rooftops just how powerful this can be for your animal companions, and that there can be other options. And, it really can be deeply sad when, that little kitty, if she would have had to lose her life. And it wasn't anyone's fault. They were doing everything they could to help her. But Tao healing really, really helped her. And now she can live a happy life, and she can continue on her journey and meet the people she's meant to meet so that she can serve them. And so I know that he's off camera now, which is perfect, but I want to thank Paul for joining, and I want to thank each of you. And really also thank you to everyone who's sharing these videos and putting it out there. It's in my heart to want to serve all the animals and all the people who are open to this. And so I really appreciate you sharing. Sharing is caring. This is how we work together to get the word out. If you would like to connect with me for any reason, I'm happy to connect with you. I'm happy to support you and your animal family. There's so many ways. So thank you so much for joining the Pet Healing Show. We will see you on Friday, same time, same place. And love and aloha to you and your animal companions. Bye-bye.